Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden. And the other day I cut out with my Sissex machine a few pieces of faux leather. And I was thinking that I seem to have lost a couple of the pieces. But anyway, I was thinking we could make some glue some of these pieces together and make some earrings. Oh, there's the other two pieces. Good. So anyway, there. So let's turn down and I'll show you what I plan on doing with these. So as you can see, I cut out a few things. I probably should have used a darker or lighter background for this one, but figured since I made these opposite directions, that these could glue on top of here. And then these, I made the same direction, so they're going to be the same earring looking thing, but we're going to glue these gold colored ones on the black. Then we'll punch some holes in and do some kind of bead strands with these. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to glue these together. So I'm going to get my silicone mat out. There's a hunk of glue on here from the other day. And we're going to put these down here. And we're going to get my leather glue out. Now, I have never used this leather glue, but I am told that this is the best one to use. So, see if it needs to have a piece taken out. Nope, it doesn't. That's good. So I figure the first ones we want to do are these ones, since they're pretty simplistic. And like I say, this is faux leather, so I suppose we could have used something else. Now, I have never used this before, like I say, so I'm gonna I just discovered I have a mookite sitting over here from I think it's mookite from this morning. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of my older brushes. I have a number of them, so I'll just use this one. And we're just going to spread this around. This reminds me of Elmer's glue for when I was a kid. And I, of course, did not read the instructions. If on the bottle, I should have done so, since it's the first time I've ever used it. Looks like there's more glue on this one than that one. Let's see if we're supposed to let it dry for a while. Spread a thin layer of leathercraft cement on both surfaces to be bonded. Press both surfaces together, and while still wet, keep on the pressure on until it dries. Well, now I don't want to keep pressure on it till it dries. That'll take forever. And it says both surfaces. Well, I'm not exactly sure where it's going to hit on here, but I do know it's going to be in the middle here. So I guess we'll just put a little in the middle. this baby. Then we'll flip these over and put them on. Because I want the point up there and then just to come down like so. Oops. It's got a little glue on the front here. That looks about right. Now I doubt if this is gonna be dry, but we're getting it on here. So now we'll just put some on these little pieces. And again, I'm not gonna put it on, oops, this one has a piece not quite punched out. I'm not going to put it on and then just spread it out after all, because and so does this one. This has a piece right here that should have come out. There we go. Now, there's all kinds of pieces I'm seeing that hasn't quite come out of these. So now we will flip this over. So we got these on, got that piece out now, and we'll put a little glue on this one. So I think we'll just put it, maybe we'll just put it on our brush. Just squish it up here until it gets up here and put it on our brush. And then brush it on everywhere where there is a little bit of where it can go on. Now this is much trickier than the other one, because the other one we could just push on there and then just, oop, and then just spread it around. But this one is got so many little pieces and spots that it's harder to do that. Oh, I'm getting a glue on the front. That's not good, is it? Well, maybe it's not a big deal. I don't know if this dries clear or not, having never used it before. So hopefully it does, so it won't be a problem. Come on, glue, come out. Go to the bottom here next. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I've got glue everywhere now, hopefully. Might have missed a spot or two, and we'll, let's see, this is this one, so we will take it and push it down. Hopefully I got everything. Then we'll take a bit of paper towel and rub this excess glue off the front. Get her stuck down there. Looks like we don't have enough right here, so I will lift this up like so and go underneath here. Push it back down. Let's see if there's any other places we need to worry about coming loose really easily. I think that we got that one pretty well glued. Now we'll just glue this one. And I am just gonna put a, got a bubble of glue on me. I'm just gonna try just putting a little bubble of glue across the spots carefully. See if this will be a little bit easier this way. Because I can sort of control the amount of glue coming out, which is nice. Now we'll spread this around some. And I know at least that I got the glue everywhere this time, whereas with the other side I really wasn't sure. So now we will pick this up, and I'm going to wipe this extra glue off right here so that it's not right here in the way. Bring this baby down. Put her on. This is the place it wanted to come off the last time, and I know I got plenty of glue on that. See, it's still pulling up. But this feels like it might be dry. I don't know how long it takes to dry on these. It doesn't say really. It actually even smells sort of like Elmer's glue. So, let's see how this one's doing. It was pulling up. Now, I think that this said that this could be washed with water, so I'm probably going to go wash my paintbrush out. And these ones are probably close to being dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this punch. Now, this is not made for leather. I do have a leather punch, but we'll see if this will work here. And we're going to put a well, that didn't go all the way through, I don't think. But, well, it went all the way through, but I don't think there we go. So I'm going to do the same with this way up in this corner right up here. So these two have got holes in them now, but I think that we still need to let them dry for a while. So we'll come back tomorrow and finish these. Folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden again, and today we're going to work on the faux leather earrings that we made the bases for yesterday. They're all dry now. This one has already got a hole punched into it. The two are nicely glued together. So we're going to turn down and we're going to make these into some earrings using beads from our SoftFlex Company's Design Challenge Kit Specialty. I think these are going to be real pretty. Let's turn down and we'll get started. This is the pieces for the that I'm going to use to make these. I do have this other pair set, and we'll do that after we finish these. But I do have a hole in the top here. And what we are going to do is we're going to take our ball head pin and we're going to string these with the little rondelle first, and then the little gold crystal rondelle. Yep, these are going to be multicolored, and the pearl, the silver crystal rondelle, and then one of our eye beads. That pretty? So then that's going to hang right here in front of the others as soon as I get it finished. So let's bend over this and prep to bending it up. And then we'll string the other one here as well. Now I'm going to put these on some pretty sparkly, they're actually rose gold, earring posts. There we go. Bend this over. Now it doesn't matter where you bend it because it's not got the beads will roll to the front, so not a problem there. So now we want to get out our stepped bell making plier. Anyway, that's what I use. You can use round nose if you wish instead. I'm going to slide this up here to here, and we're going to go around, bring her all the way down, bring her all the way over, and then we're going to straighten it if we need to. That looks like it's a pretty good lollipop shape. That's what we want. Up and over and around, down and over. And again, we have our lollipop shape. So our next step is simply to wrap these up, and then we're going to put them together. So we'll grab these wires where they come together here. I'm going to trade hands here, and I'm going to take my other pair of pliers, and we're just going to wrap this around here. And I think that's probably as far as we need to go, so we'll get our clippers out, clip this in as close as we can, and bent that a little bit, so we'll tuck it, but we need to tuck it in carefully. So there's the top of number one, all done. That's a little bent, so I'm going to straighten it some. There we go. And then we're going to hook it onto here, like so. Now I was thinking we're going to need a second. I'll show you what I mean. Well, we can put this together right now. So we'll open this one up, then we're going to go, and I'm going to put it through here first, and we'll see if it is going to need to have an extra wire on it or not. It might need to go on another jump ring because it might stick out some from our base. Come on, where's the hole? There it is. And we will put these back together and see how it's hanging. Seems to be hanging just fine, so we don't need another jump ring. This one is good. Though I actually would prefer the opening to be towards the back, so let's see if we can get it to turn. There we go, all turned. And it hangs very nicely. So there's number one. We'll make number two exactly the same. So we just wind this baby up. Now this one's being sort of problematic because it's got the leather inside the jump ring. So we're going to have to move it around here. Come on, twist over. There we go. And there is earring number two, though it looks like it's a little bent here, so we'll straighten her up. And this is our first pair of earrings. So we'll set those two aside over here. And we'll start working on our second one. Makes more or less the same way. You just, for this one, I'm going to want to straighten my wire out some. It's pretty crooked. It's a little crooked. I think that's going to be straight enough. So what we want to do is, let's see, where are they? Little rondelle. Come on, baby, where is your hole? There we go. The little gold crystal spacer, one of the fire polish, and then we're going to use the trap with one of the silvers inside. So to do that, if you've never used a trap, just put your wire through the bottom piece, let the top piece not go, then run your bead, or in this case my little disco ball thing, through your wire. Pull your wire back just enough that it'll let your bead slide into the trap, and then move it up through the hole. So there we go. And now we will need to put the last fire polish on the top. That is going to be our earring part, or beaded part of it. Now we'll straighten this other one. This other one has a weird little kink right here at the end. So I'm going to get my flat nose because it's going to be hard for me to get my finger right there, and just straighten it up there. Now we will straighten the rest of it up. Then we go with our little rondelle, our crystal spacer, first fire polish, and now it's time for that trap again. So we go through the bottom hole, let it come and hang out like so, without going into the top one. Then we take our piece that's going to go into the bead or whatever that's going to go into our trap, slide it down in, bring your wire back most of the way out until your bead will slide into your trap, then slide it up into the hole. And then our last fire polish. And again, there's our bend. So now we need to get our step bell making pliers out again. We'll put those in, up and around and over, down and bring her around, and lollipop her. So we have a little lollipop here at the top. Now we're going to do the same with this one. Up and around and over, bring her down and over and up until we have our little lollipop. There we go. There's our second one. So now we're going to grab the loop where the wires come together, right here, and then we're going to, stay here, carefully wrap that up. Cut the excess and tuck her in as carefully. Okay. Now we'll do the same with this one. Grab the wires where they come together. That's a little bit high, so we'll move it down some. Now take this wire and take hold of it. You can use your fingers if you'd prefer, and just carefully just wrap that until you fill in the slot there and you're about meeting your beads down below. Now cut off the excess wire and tuck her in. So there is our two pieces for on top of these. Now, we never did punch holes in these pieces, so we got to do that now. So I'm going to get, I have a leather punch, but this one works really great. This is a Impress Art hole punch. So we're just going to get in here and we're going to guesstimate about where we want it. And I'm thinking right here where the two have a V right here. And I'm just going to punch that. And it's left its little bit here, which is not surprising, so I just knocked that out. Now we'll do the same with the other side, right where the two come together and make this little V. So there we go, we have punched our holes. So now we need to just put it together. And that's exactly the same as we did with the other one. Just take a jump ring, open her up with a twisting motion, go onto our bead strand, then out through the hole we just punched in our earring piece. And then with one of these ear posts. Now I have gone for a triangular ear post to match our trap, sort of. Oop. Yeah, they're going to be all right. I was afraid they might not be big enough, the loop, and I was thinking I may have to, the jump ring, I was thinking I might have to change it, but it looks like it's going to be fine. And it looks like it's hanging pretty good also, so I don't think we need another jump ring for hanging. So there's number one. Now it's going to hang not quite in the middle, I don't think, because of the way this leaf pattern is. It's going to be close, but I don't think it's going to be quite in the middle. So, like so. Now we need to get our second jump ring and do the same with this other side. Put these on, give a twist, put our, that turned out so pretty. That would make a really pretty earring all on its own, wouldn't it? That's so pretty. So then we go through our leather piece, get our ear post, put her on, and now we need to the leather's slightly in the way, so I have to push it out some. We're going to move this oval so it's to the back right off the bat. Come here, you. I said we're moving that to the back. There we go. So there is our second pair, and aren't those pretty? Like I said, this piece here, even without the leather, would have made a gorgeous earring. Anyway, in my opinion, it would. And so here we go with our second pair, and this is our first pair. And I think these would make pretty earrings even without the leaf piece behind them, but I think they look great. Now, like I said, all of these beads, and I mean all of them, are from the SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit specialty. The leather pieces, the ball head pins, and the posts are from my private stash. So there we go. There's our two pair of earrings with my faux leather pieces I cut with my Sissex the other night. Now, I would show having cut them, but it takes a bit of space, and I don't have that much space on my desk. I actually cut them on my kitchen counter. So, oop, come on, it wants to twist around a little. There we go. There is the black and gold pair. And this is the dark brown leaf pair. I really like this pair. Well, I like the other pair a lot too, but I think they're both gorgeous pairs, and I hope you enjoyed making these with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we have been making faux leather earrings using beads as decoration from our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit specialty. I'll hope you see you later, and I hope you had a good time with me. Bye-bye.